Just waiting for everything to go live, and we will begin. Okay, I'm seeing something go live. Just make it public. And we begin. Okay, I see action here. Sorry for the delay at the beginning here, but we got it here. Okay, so let's begin. I hosted my healing circle this morning and didn't get much attendance. It's all okay. I'm what do you want to say? I'm called to keep holding space for people that are ready to start talking about this stuff, starting to create a new 5D reality that's high vibrational that will help us move through the density that we're going through now. And the title of this live, I'm trying to basically get out to people information on new ways of holding ourselves, being new kind of guiding principles, so that ultimately we can move through density, untruth, trauma, etc., as quickly as possible. Where shall we begin? So if I paint a picture of current reality, we have a lot of people that are living in a kind of a fight or flight, and it's been designed by society. It's been designed on purpose to kind of keep us from really being in our body. It introduces traumas into our life that make us susceptible to lowering our vibration. And then when we lower our vibration, negative energies can attach, and they can kind of feed off that energy. Things like our news media, people's talks around the water cooler, those kind of things are all talking about very dense things that are in the world. If we watch the TV, it's like, okay, what's the latest numbers of deaths and new restrictions, etc. What war is going on where, what leader happened, what child trafficking ring, whatever. And I don't know about you, I turned the news off quite a while ago because it just got denser and denser and denser. Even radio is dense. So it just makes us think that the world's a bad place, and it programs us into there's a lot of bad things going on and we got to protect ourselves and be safe and hide and kind of stay small. And then at the same time, our parents and family and religion and government are all doing similar things. It's like, if you want to be a good person, you're going to please everyone and be of service to them and help them feel good about themselves, taking our attention off of us. And we are divine creators. We are people that came here to start to use our creation energy that's within us and to be at a high enough vibration to welcome in the best. But guess what? When everybody's not a creator and they're scared about all this thing, we're in fear and we're actually projecting out part of the problem. So the more we talk about things that we don't agree with and we're not happy about in a way that's from fear or concern or whatever, we just add to that energy. And they love to add to that energy because that keeps their mandate up. So what I want to talk about partly here is what can we do as high vibrational beings that don't really know our divine creatorship yet? What can we do in our day-to-day life to not feed what's going on in the background? We're all told to rise up and fight this and stand up for our rights and all this kind of stuff. But it's in my understanding and in what I'm doing, it's not in the physical. It's not going and standing in front of your parliament building or your government building and shouting and waving flags and all this kind of stuff. It starts in here. So the biggest one I want people to notice is the waves of energy we feel, the fear, the upset that's going on. I feel it every day. and there's like a battle going on energetically that we can't even see. It's not in the TV or the words, or it's not an actual physical battle. It's just the energies of density and light. The light's trying to pull it up and it's trying to pull it out of the muck. It's kind of like, it's not quicksand, but that stuff where you like sink in and your rubber boots get stuck in it and you can't get your rubber boots out because it's so suctioned in. That's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to pull the people and the vibration out of the fear. So what I want people to start doing, this is kind of like a prescription, a to-do list of whatever needs to happen. But when you feel fear and you feel that density, first thing, breathe. Because it's going to feel icky. I feel it. I'll be walking around during the day and all of a sudden it'll be like, I'm afraid and I don't know why I'm afraid, or I'll feel this tightness in my body, or that I can't breathe. My lungs are being crushed or whatever. Breathe. Just take a second, sit down if you can. If you're in a car or something, maybe you can't, but just take a breath and just start breathing. Breathe really deep. I want you to breathe right down into your root chakra. And then breathe out, and just keep the breathing process down, because with that constriction in our lungs, it actually creates the fear to be more. So let's start by that. And then second, I want you to welcome in the fear, but instead of taking the fear as something bad, and we're not taking the darkness in, we're just taking the sensation that we're feeling in our body. That's our reaction of our little boy, our whatever. We're going to take in the part that belongs to us, and we're going to hold it like our little inner child. We're just going to go bring it right close to our chest, feel that fear, feel it to its depth, like, holy fuck, this is scary or whatever. Don't release to it. Don't fall into it. Just feel it, and just feel how it feels in your body, and crack and crick while breathing. And then just let that fear. And if you love it and you just hold it like a little inner child and say, you're okay, we got this or whatever, and just send unconditional love, that fear will transmute. And that's one of the best things that we can do as light workers, is start to transmute that fear. Now, you're going to find out very quickly that the darkness and the thing that's sending this fear and these waves of this stuff, it's not going to get the reaction it wants. It wants you to go into despair. It wants you to say, holy fuck, I'm scared, I want to stop. And you're going to go in the corner and you're going to let it hurt. Just pretend it's a little boy or your little girl and just give them a hug. Just say, you got this. We got this. This is okay. This is part of the transmuting. Let's transmute this energy. Let's move it through. Let's not give them a chance to step on us, and let that happen. Now, at the same time, I would love if everybody could then start to imagine something they want good in the world. What would be really amazing? Like a beautiful, amazing green meadow with a stream going through, and you're just frolicking in the grass with your favorite pet dog or your girlfriend or boyfriend, and just something really high vibrational that's really good. Maybe it's not even something in the future. Maybe it's something now. Maybe it's your child and you're holding your baby in your arms, or those points of unconditional love. Just start to pull that energy into you and just radiate it out, because we're all lighthouses. If you're listening to this, you're most likely a light worker and you put out a lot of energy already. Just take that thing in and just be positive in that moment, because we're going to topple over this darkness bullshit as quickly as possible by just staying high vibe. Step away from all the things that bother you, money, debt, crisis, whatever the trauma is going on in your world. Just spend a minute and just, oh, I love this me. And if you don't want to hold your inner child, just hold you. Just say, I love you. I love to do Ho'oponopono, and for those that don't know it, I'll explain it here in a sec, but somebody suggested something differently. Before, it used to be, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. And you just say that over and over and over again. You didn't even have to focus on anything, but we changed the order up, and it was like, I love you. And oh, that feels really good every time I say it. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And when you don't know what's attacking you or what energy is going on, just keep saying that as a mantra. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. It was the first spiritual practice. It's the simplest spiritual practice, and I can guarantee to you it's the most powerful. Just put that out in those moments when those energies are coming, and literally you are saying I'm sorry, loving it, saying I'm sorry to it, thanking it, and you're covering gratitude, you're covering transmutation, you're covering a whole bunch of shit, and you don't even have to know what's attacking you, but just send that light to it. They're foobarred. There's nothing they can do because we're breaking down that density. And the more they attack, the more they expose themselves. And as we break down that density, instead of resisting it, instead of feeling we have to fight against it, feeling angry about it, shouting at it, say, F this, whatever, we're now changing it. And it doesn't have a chance because we don't have to hate it. We don't have to know how to dismantle it. We don't have to know anything. We just have to have faith and love for better. And then the better is going to come. Once their density and their hold is reduced, magic starts to happen. So that's as simple as it can be. The only other thing I'd add to that, drink lots of water because that energy is moving through your body. Maybe you put a pinch of sea salt in it. Maybe have some cell salts if you, I don't have them here today. Put little cell salts underneath your tongue. They're Highlands Bio 12 or Bioplasma. And you can get them on Amazon, wherever. Just put a few under your tongue. It just puts some minerals into your bloodstream. I don't know if people know this, but distilled water actually doesn't conduct electricity. If there's no impurities in it, water is an insulator. But the minute you put impurities in it, which is magnesium, salts, any of this kind of stuff, you're going to find out something really magical happens. That water is hyperconductive now, and it's going to move the energy through your body quickly. Most people are dehydrated. Most people are only breathing 30% of their lungs, so they're actually under oxygenated. So just these really simple things is a menu to get us through this. And if more and more and more can use these small, simple tools and just stand together, we don't have to rally together. We don't have to go and be in a march and be close together in proximity. These are all the things that are the excuses that we can't move forward. What we need is to just sit in a positive vibration and a positive energy. And then I guess the final one we'd add to that is to have a community. When it's feeling too much, who do you talk to? What do you say? How do you go for help? And that's what I'm trying to do with the Living Your Light community. Or even just me putting out these videos, put something in the bottom. It's like, oh, that doesn't work. And Ariel last night, and she was going through a whole bunch of shit. And I gave her the advice that came through me. And she said it helped a lot. So it's that simple. The coming together, I'm being a leader by sharing stuff and trying to rally people to have a new perspective. We got a whole new world to build. But at first, we got to topple over this density, shrink it off so that it doesn't have the despair anymore going. And then we aren't creating accidentally with our energy and adding to them. We're actually helping ourselves. So I think I'm going to have to retitle this video now that I've got here, but these are the steps to move through density. These are the things right now to implement in your life right here and right now. Send this to other people, send it to them, get them doing these things, and you're going to be really, really surprised. So I hope this helps. I'm doing this stuff every single day in my life, and just want to give the information to others so that they can make a choice and do the same for themselves. It's not about a fight or a battle or a hating or punching or physicality. It's about our energy and staying positive so that the fear doesn't come through us and then create. And that the last one, I guess, is don't get into the diatribe of talking about it, fighting it. This is awful. I hate this, blah, blah, blah. Get into things are getting better every day. I love this. I'm working through what shows up in me, and I'm doing my best every day. And you are. And I'm really proud of you all. This is not freaking easy days. And I sure hope that we can all get through this really quick. And things are going to become much better, and we're going to have an amazing world. So love you all. Good luck, and we'll talk soon. Bye.